Hello and welcome to the couch. Today I'm joined with my lovely co-host and we're going to be doing an NFL first round mock draft with trades. We're going to be doing everything. And this is post combine, so we've got a lot of information from a lot of these rookies coming out here and we're just going to get straight into it. But actually before we get exactly straight into it, how are you doing, Ewan?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's been probably almost a year.
Wow.
Since I've been on the couch. Grad school is hard. People
don't go to grad school.
Don't go to grad school.
You can't be on the couch. You can't be on the couch.
You can't be on the couch. Don't pursue further education. It's stupid if you can't go on your friend's podcast.
Here's the thing. If you work at McDonald's every day, you can be on the couch.
Fries bag now, right?
Fries bag now. All right. So we're going to be doing this. We're going to be taking turns, just kind of going through stuff. But I feel like the number one pick is pretty simple.
Yep.
And we're going to be going with Ewan, to start it off. So go ahead.
I mean, it's Fernando Mendoza. I mean, Raiders need a quarterback. He's the best quarterback prospect in the class. So
yeah, and honestly, I feel like that's kind of a diss towards him almost. Like I feel like he is better. He's not like just the best quarterback in this class. Like
he is a good quarterback.
He's a very good quarterback.
He's a very good quarterback prospect.
He's got a great arm. He's got great accuracy. I think there's some problems with his feet, but I feel like that can be fixed. But honestly, I could see the Raiders moving down. Maybe if the Jets want to move up, if they don't get Malik Willis or Kyler Murray or something like that. But
it would have to take a lot for the Jets to. I mean, they have to use probably a good amount. I don't know, a good amount. They'd probably have to use at least one of the picks they got, the first rounders they got in this.
From the Colts.
Yeah, from the Colts,
and I totally agree. But from the Jets' perspective, I mean, you're sitting here at 2 and you have the shot at the 5 best players in the draft right here. Like,
yeah.
It's really not that big a deal if you do not end up getting Fernando Mendoza, especially because you have Willis, who they have a great chance that they got a lot of cap room. They got Kyler, who I don't think a lot of teams are going to be leaning on.
No,
but even so, you could put a bid in for Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson or something like that. So
yeah.
Well, now we got the Jets here at number 2, and I'm just going to go. Honestly, I think that they are going to go Arvell Reese. He had such a great combine, and I think that for them, it's kind of just best position.
Ohio State's coming out with some studs this year.
Yeah. A lot of really athletic freaks. I mean, this is one of the most athletic combines in history.
Yeah.
And Arvell Reese is kind of at the head of that. I think that Caleb Downs is probably the best, if not, he's a top 3 player in this draft. But I do worry that the Jets won't take him just because I guess over the combine weekend, there was some talk about there were some health concerns with him.
With Sonny Styles?
No, with Caleb Downs. With Caleb Downs. So I feel like, him being a top 5 pick might be out of the window, but even though he has that talent.
Mm-hmm.
But Arvell Reese, I feel like, is just such a great player, and I think he's going to be around there a long time, and he's really going to help Aaron Glenn stick around for hopefully another year.
Yeah.
So who do you got the Cardinals taking to 3?
Cardinals, they're a little bit high to take a tackle, a little bit high to take an offensive lineman, I feel like, especially with this class. I mean, you got some good offensive linemen. But I think they just shore up the defensive line, shore up the defense, and I think they go David Bailey.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
David Bailey.
Why do you like David Bailey more than Ruben Bain? Is it the arms?
I think I personally don't care about the arms, but I feel like sometimes people especially in the top 5. David Bailey also had a stellar combine.
Mm-hmm.
For a defensive end, he was putting up really, really nice numbers. Did he run a sub 4.5?
I think he ran 4.5 on the dot.
Okay.
I was there when he ran and did all his drills and stuff, and he looked fine. He looked serviceable, but I feel like a lot of the drills he looked very stiff. Like especially when he was doing the wave drill, like he fell almost twice. Okay. Same thing with Cassius Howe. Like they were both seemed very stiff in the hips and not really bendy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think overall David Bailey is. He's arguably the number 1. He's the best edge in this class, arguably. I personally have him at 2, but I could see the Cardinals going there. I think this is something that's been mocked a lot, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then since you're going David Bailey there, I'm going to go with the other guy we were just talking about, Ruben Bain to the Titans.
Yeah.
This is a very popular top 4. It's very simple. honestly. But Ruben Bain, I think the arms are important, but I feel like there haven't been a lot of guys with short arms that have been super successful. I
Yeah.
think James Harrison is like the only guy who's had this short of arms that has been very successful. But I think that even so, trading Tavondre Sweat, maybe you could move him inside a little bit. Maybe you could do a little bit more with him. He's 6'2", 260, so he's kind of light to be a nose tackle. Maybe he could move further into the inside and be more of like an end instead of like, a pass rusher.
Yeah.
But I do think that he's pretty serviceable, and I think that Robert Sala's going to have a great time with him. Because he was just so productive, and he's just so athletically.
I think David Bailey and Ruben Bain are pretty interchangeable in the top 5. I think it really just depends on scouts' preference, like GM preference. But I like Ruben Bain on the Titans. I think if I'm anyone, is that the AFC West? Yeah, I think if I'm any team in the AFC West
AFC South.
or AFC South, if I'm any team in the AFC South, I am praying to God Ruben Bain is a bust, because playing against Jeffrey Simmons and Ruben Bain twice a year, if Ruben Bain turns out, is going to be terrible.
Well, and also you got to think in the AFC South too, you have Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson.
Yeah, so and you have Josh Hines-Allen, and you have DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good defensive linemen.
I was going to say Devin Lloyd, but he might not be there. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the Giants at 5. Who do you have them taking? I feel like there's a pretty decent amount of areas they could go.
I just think here I think they go Sonny Styles.
Really?
I think they go Sonny Styles at 5. I think I've seen speculation about them cutting Bobby Okereke, just because I think he's got a pretty big cap hit. I don't know what his cap situation looks like, but they don't really need D-line, right? They have
Dexter Lawrence.
They have Abdul Carter, Thibodeau, Burns.
Yeah.
And I think linebacker is kind of a need for them. I don't see any corners being taken in the top 5. And Sonny Styles just like...
He had another great combine.
I mean, his combine, he had the number 1 vertical of all time for linebackers. Yeah. He's going to be a freak.
I agree. I will say that defensive line is... I could honestly see them going someone like Caleb Banks this high, because their run defense last year was terrible. Like, yes, they have Dexter Lawrence, but it's really... Outside of the interior, there's really no one besides him. But I do think linebacker is a great fit, because, like you mentioned, they're probably going to cut Bobby Okereke, and they're going to cut... And Micah McFadden is leaving. And so... And while they do need corners really bad, I feel like they're just going to have to go with that later in the draft.
I think run defense also kind of falls on linebackers a little bit, especially off ball, running up the middle. So I think that is adding Sonny Styles, who is, I mean, he's 6'4".
Yeah.
And he's for a middle linebacker, he's just like, I think he'll be able to plug up the run, plug up the run.
He's 6'5", 244, and he had a 9.99 relative athletic score. So, like, he is
almost a perfect RAS.
Yeah, and he's a former safety, like someone who's going to be able to move around the field really fast. Like, I don't have any problems with taking him.
No.
But I feel like you said, it helps the run defense a little bit, but I think that defensive line, the interior specifically, and then also corner are going to be like where they're going to try and hit later in the draft.
Yeah.
The Browns, well, I don't really see this often when I've been mocking the Browns, because normally with the Giants, I think that they're probably going to go receiver. So Carnell Tate here for the Browns is something I'm super interested in, but I can't pass up Maui Noah, because they're, like we all know, they're losing so much of their offensive line, and I think that building through the trenches has historically worked.
Yeah.
And it's something they're going to have to do, especially because they don't have that much cap space. And I think that there's plenty of guys that they have another first-round pick. They have some more picks inside the top 100, so I think they're going to be able to get some more of that top receiver talent still. Maybe Omar Cooper falls to them. So I think that they're going to be able to get some weapons later. But Francis Mauigoa is easily my best tackle in the draft. I really, really like him out of Miami. He's so explosive.
Oh, yeah.
I really think that he is the best fit.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Browns are, they got no one.
Literally no one.
Like, who they're losing Bitonio, they're losing
Wyatt Teller,
Ethan
Posick.
Everyone's gone.
It's really bad.
And the offensive side of the ball is going to be it's going to be really sad watching the Browns because, again, that defense is probably going to be like a Super Bowl caliber defense once again. And the offense is just going to be hot ass.
Yeah, it's going to be really bad. But who do you got the Commanders going here at 7? I think obviously, most of the teams in the top 10 can go pretty much anywhere. But
Yeah.
the Commanders are in an interesting position because they were in the NFC Championship, just a year ago.
Yeah.
And then, having a 4-13 season, I believe, this season. So where do you see them going at 7?
I'm torn here between Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Love because I think getting another weapon on the outside for Jaden Daniels to work with would be really good. But the run game I felt was lackluster. But I think I'm just going to go best available with Carnell Tate.
Okay.
For the Commanders. I think he'd be a good addition to the defense. A nice guy for Jaden Daniels to lean on when he comes back from injury. But yeah, I'm going to go Carnell Tate. You could have gone. I feel like you could have gone offensive line too.
Yeah.
Like Caleb Lomu's there. Maybe go corner. Losing Marshawn Lattimore. There's something to be desired at a lot of positions.
Yeah.
On the Commanders, but I think the priority is getting Jaden Daniels back in his element.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a deep class for a lot, like safety especially. Safety and DB are pretty deep. So you can get a guy like that later on, I feel like.
Yeah. And I totally agree. I think wide receiver is one of the bigger needs because McLaurin missed pretty much all the season, it felt like. Yeah. And Debo was kind of inconsistent. And then you lose Zach Ertz.
I was just about to say,
and you don't really know if he's going to come back. So Carnell Tate is a great pick here. That's a guy that I would love to see on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But that's a guy I would love to see on the Chiefs. And Jeremiah Love I could see going there as well. But I think that they're probably going to give what's his name? The not Jeremy McNichols, the guy that came out of Arizona.
Woody Marks?
No,
that he's on the
for the Commanders.
Oh, I thought Woody Marks.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name right now.
Arizona. Running back?
Yeah. Who went to the? That's their basketball. Who went to the Commanders? Oh my gosh, my friend was Eli had him on his fantasy.
All I'm
team.
thinking about is Cam Scatterbu.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I think that they probably will give JCM another shot. I think that he
Bill.
was Bill. Yeah, I think he was pretty serviceable.
Yeah.
He was okay. I mean, like not crazy.
But again, some of that falls on the offensive line a little bit.
And also, just the offense didn't look anywhere near as explosive, just in general. No. So, but yeah. So now we got the Saints at number 8. There's a lot of good guys right here. I think I could see them going Jeremiah Love. They're losing Alvin Kamara. I think Devin Neal. I'm pretty sure all the running backs got hurt last season out for the season.
I wouldn't be shocked if they cut Kamara just as a cap casualty.
But I could also see them kind of getting Kenneth Walker in free agency or maybe some of these other guys. But there are some teams with more cap space like the Chiefs and the Broncos that I think could make better bids to him. So I actually will have them going Jeremiah Love here.
Okay, yeah.
I think
I don't hate that.
They're going to have to make this offense more explosive, and I think that he is easily the best running back in this class. And, they did take Devin Neal last year, but you're also losing Alvin Kamara, so maybe you have, these two young guys that can provide a lot of juice to the Saints offense.
Yeah.
So we're going to go there, and then heading to the Chiefs, who do you got them taking?
Again, I think they just kind of go best guy available with Caleb Downs.
Interesting.
I think, they don't really have any notable guys at safety, do they?
I just expected you to take a wide receiver because that's been, they just don't really have anyone besides Rashee Rice that really stands out. Worthy's been okay, but, you could hope that Jordan Tyson or, maybe Mekhi Lemon, really step onto the scene. But I totally agree. Caleb Downs is one of the best players in this draft, and even getting him to fall to 9 is awesome.
Yeah. I think the upside of Caleb Downs is crazy. And I guess you could go receiver. I would not have a problem with the Chiefs going receiver here at 9. But Mahomes just makes it work, I feel like, a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you kind of lean on the Mahomes magic until the second or third round, where you can grab, one of the less notable receivers, but that can still be serviceable and kind of play on the inside or outside. So,
All right, and then at 10 for the Bengals, I've seen a lot of stuff about them going defense because they need an edge rusher so bad.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm going Caleb Lomo. Tackle.
Okay.
Their offensive line is terrible.
Their
Joe Burrow
offensive line is
might
terrible.
actually die next year
Yeah.
if he keeps playing behind a line like this.
Yeah.
And so I think, getting somebody who can kind of play anywhere will be really, really nice for them. So just improving that and then, trying to make them a little more competitive compared to last year. And I agree the defense is just terrible.
Yeah.
But I think that, they'll be able to get somebody. Malachi Lawrence is a guy who really showed out the combine. He was very explosive, had one of the best 10-yard splits.
I've seen him going in like the late second, early third.
Exactly. And that's where he's projected. So it's like you could still get some, solid edge rushers later in the draft. I don't love the class, but I think that there's some guys that, maybe fall later on. And, they're losing Trey Hendrickson, but maybe he goes to free agency and they end up with the best offer. I doubt it.
Yeah.
But maybe there's some world where they end up getting him back, even though it kind of feels like those, that saga has kind of ended.
Yeah.
Then who do you got the Dolphins taking at 11? I feel like there's a few places you could go, but there's one guy that's screaming at me. I'll let you go, though.
I'm just looking at the team needs right now in corner. Dolphins defense isn't awesome. And I think corner, obviously, you're not going to take a QB in this class at 11. I mean, it's just kind of out of Mendoza. Maybe if there was Dante Moore left on the board, he's not in the draft, though. But I think I'm going Mansour Delaney.
Okay.
Is that who you were thinking, or are you thinking someone else?
No, but I'll let you continue before I go on my rant.
I'm just thinking Mansour Delaney because they need DB help. I mean, they don't have. I literally cannot think of a single name.
There's no one in their second.
The Dolphins defense or on the Dolphins DB room. And, they're kind of losing guys everywhere. But, corner I feel like has been a problem for a while.
Yeah.
So might as well.
I feel like this is the first super cornerback needy team that, it fits them taking Mansour. It's not too far back. But the guy I was thinking about was Sadiq. I feel like the Dolphins are always kind of that, I'm thinking of these athletic tight ends. They have Darren Waller. They have Jonnu Smith. It's like they have these athletic tight ends. And I think that Kenyon Sadiq fits that. And I think that would be great there. But I think that's more of me, envisioning the Mike McDaniels kind of offense. And I think that maybe he's, maybe Kenyon Sadiq falls a little bit further and he ends up at the Chargers, which I think would be great.
Oh, yeah.
For the kind of, scheme that Mike McDaniel wants to run.
Who's their new?
Their head coach?
Yeah.
Their new head coach is Jeff Hafley, the Packers defensive coordinator.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
so,
right.
And that's why I think the cornerback fits.
Yeah.
But at 12 for the Cowboys, I think that the Cowboys are just thrilled to take Kendrick Falk here. I think that losing Micah Parsons and they're kind of rebuilding this defense in a nice way. I don't hate it. I think this is another team that could take corner, but I don't want Jermod McCoy. He hasn't played in a whole year and didn't participate at the combine. Yep. So I think Keldrick Folk is somebody who was very productive. He has some flashes on tape. I think he's easily the third or fourth best edge rusher in this draft.
Yeah.
But I do think that he will be serviceable for them. I can actually see them trading back.
Yeah.
But I do think that they'll just probably stick and pick here and take an edge rusher.
Yeah, no, I don't hate that pick. I like Keldrick Falk. I think he's kind of raw as an edge rusher. But I think they have enough depth on that D line that he can kind of rotate in and out and kind of get the reps in and develop well underneath.
And
who's their head coach? Oh,
Brian Schottenheimer.
Yeah, Brian Schottenheimer.
And I think that their offense is kind of their specialty at the moment. CD, George Pickens, Dak, and Javonte. I think that they're just kind of continue to have that carry them in games and build a serviceable enough defense.
Yeah.
I think that Jermod McCoy is somebody that could fall into probably the second.
Yeah.
And so maybe
kind of like a Will Johnson type of deal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So maybe they're able to double dip later and take some guy that, who has huge upside, but it's very risky to take.
Yeah.
All right, so number 13, the Rams. What do we got feeling there?
Rams, what am I thinking? I'm not really thinking offense here because that offense was so explosive. I'm not thinking Jordan Tyson because Devontae is still playing, I mean, damn near like he was in his prime. You got Puka. I'm almost thinking Kenyon Sadiq here.
Interesting.
I'm almost thinking Kenyon Sadiq here, but corner is such a problem right now for the Rams because I think they have quite a few guys either going into free agency or just lacking depth. So I'm going to skip on Jermod McCoy because, like you said, high risk, high reward. And I'm going to go to Avion Terrell out of Clemson.
Yeah, that's kind of where my thoughts were at, too. I think that Sadiq would actually be a very flashy pick, win now mode, get one of these athletic tight ends. Because Sean McVay loves his 13 personnel, especially this season. So, but I totally agree. The cornerback out of Clemson is going to be a great fit there.
Yeah.
Then at 14, this one's a no-brainer. I think you could take Jordan Tyson or Mekhi Lemon here, and I think I'm going to lean towards Mekhi Lemon. I think he's been getting a lot of hype recently. 5'11". He's a little bit smaller guy, but I think that he's going to be able to kind of fit well in this offense and he's going to be like that downfield threat.
Yeah.
That's really going to help Lamar out and hopefully get that Super Bowl push going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, who do we got for the Bucks here?
Who do we got for the Bucks? I think the Bucks go. I think the Bucks go Kenyon Sadiq.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I think Mike Evans is gonna probably be a free agent. They got Emeka Egbuka. They got, who's their tight end right now? I know him.
Cade Otton.
Cade Otton. Solid tight end, but he's not, He's not, he's a tight end in the NFL. He plays in the NFL. But I think helping Baker get a nice little, hopefully a good kind of safety valve player. Emeka played phenomenally that first half of the season. I think if you could pair him up with a nice tight end to play on the inside, I think the Bucks could go pretty far. I could also see them going like D tackle or edge here.
Mm-hmm.
At this point in the draft, we've kind of taken a lot of the edge class that's kind of projected in this top 10, top 15 range. So if they were, it'd be kind of a reach for like Akeem Mesidor or like TJ Parker. I could see him going CJ Allen too because they're losing Levante David probably.
But if they're going to do that, they're probably going to trade back.
Yeah, I could see him trading back here as well. But I just haven't taken Kenyon Sadiq right here. Get him a nice time.
I like that pick. It's a not best player available, but it's kind of an eat your vegetables pick. Like, hey, let's get this offense going to back where it was 2 years ago when Baker was an MVP candidate. He was an MVP candidate for the first half of this year.
Yeah.
But, it just kind of fell off. They went on that huge losing streak and ended up missing the playoffs in a very weak division. So the Jets, with their second first-round pick, I have them going Jordan Tyson. I think that this is a great pick, coming out here and getting a really solid wide receiver. As you know, I don't think they had a single receiver get over 700 yards last year.
No, it was bad.
Helping whatever quarterback's going to be in here is going to be huge.
Yeah.
I think that they have, Armand Mimbu. I don't think their offensive line is the worst. I think there's some areas that they could go out. They have a lot of money. They could upgrade in free agency. And I think Jordan Tyson's going to be that guy who's going to come in and really help you, Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Obviously, in an ideal world, they could go to and take Carnell Tate. If they really, really like him and, get a few Ohio State guys. But I like Jordan Tyson here at 16. Really helps build that offense a little bit more. And you have two of the top 10 players in this draft.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah.
All right. For the Lions, division rival for your Bears. So what do you got them doing here? They lost a lot of their offensive line going in here, but what do you got?
I haven't taken offensive line. I have them going Monroe Freeling out of Georgia. I think The Lions have kind of built their identity over the last couple of years in this comeback on starting in the trenches, and that's they've for the last 5 years they've had a top 10 unit, probably top 5 unit in the last 5 years every single year, and that is what has helped them to maintain a successful season. Just starting with the fundamentals, starting at the defensive, starting at the offensive line, and kind of building the way out.
They like to play it's like the grit kind of thing that Dan Campbell kind of preaches, and they kind of preached on that in the offseason, especially after the Dave Montgomery trade.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, we want to get back to this.
Yep.
And even though they're trading their way, they're kind of hard-nosed back, they're trading away Knuckles, they're able to they want to reestablish that, and they've lost pretty much half their offensive line.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Ragnow just cut Ragnow today. I think today or yesterday.
Graham Glasgow.
Oh, it was Glasgow that retired, or they cut.
Yeah, Ragnow
retired.
And then Glasgow, and then
he's the one trying to make a comeback with a torn hamstring.
yeah. And then they lost another guy. I can't remember his name at the moment, but I think Monroe Fairlane is honestly one of the better tackles in this draft. I could see him going even earlier, but I do think that's a great fit for the Lions. I could also see them if Maui Noah falls. I think that's a team that could also take him
100%,
for sure.
Yes.
But going into 18 with the Vikings, I think this is a team that could honestly trade out of this pick because I think they're going corner. I think they have to go corner. I could see them going Dylan Thieneman because of Harrison Smith. He's getting pretty old, but I also think that they need corner right now. I mean, they were almost a playoff team last year with J.J. McCarthy. I mean, that's rags to riches right there. I mean, that's not good. So, but I think there's no really good quarterback. They might end up getting Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson, but I think that they end up trading back. And I think the team that trades up is probably let's see who else is here, because I don't think the Eagles trade up, even though I would love to see them trade up. I think the Browns are a team that could trade up.
You think so?
I think the Browns are a team that could trade up. They have 10 picks in this draft. They got a lot of capital, and I think that they could be a team that, wants to come up and really just go all in on this first round and really just, get all the guys they need.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what they're gonna pick. Where's the Vikings? There it is.
The Vikings are at 18. The Browns are at 24.
Yeah, so 24 for 18, and I could see the Browns, throwing in pick 70.
I was just about to say, yeah,
and moving up, and I think that's going to be a pretty fair price to move up 6 spots.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they throw in a second the year after, and I think that's probably a good price to move up. Just 6 picks. All right, so now we got the Browns coming up. And I could see them going Peter Woods or maybe Caleb Banks getting another guy, but they just did get Mason Graham. This defense is already excellent. So I think they go Spencer Fano.
Yeah.
And, really just
double dip on offensive line.
Yeah, just double dip. Just double dip on offensive line. Just get these guys in there. Get someone in the building to play the position.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like they didn't give up. I feel like that's not a lot to give up for 2 of the best tackles in the class.
Yeah, and now you have, hopefully, your starting bookends on the offensive line.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. And then who you got for 19 for the Panthers?
Again, edge is their biggest need, but I don't see anyone here that I would take at 19, really. And I think I'm going to have them going Dylan Thieneman.
Really?
Out of Oregon. Safety is a big need for them. I don't know who their starting safeties are.
Is it Mike Jackson? I'm pretty sure.
I thought he's a corner.
Oh, he is a corner. Panthers safeties. Pulling up the depth chart right now. I mean, I agree. I can't think of them off the top of their head, and I think that just whole defense all around is just something that you can really.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Morig is actually pretty dang good.
Yeah. Okay.
Nick
Trayvon Morig's pretty good.
Is pretty solid, but I agree. I think that you're getting another guy here that's gonna be one of your starting safeties.
Thieneman had an amazing combine the other day. I mean, he put up a very nice 40. I mean, white boy got a little sauce, you know.
He do got a little bit of
He got a
sauce.
little bit of sauce.
And then 20 for the Cowboys. See, I hate this, man, because my favorite player in the draft is Caleb Banks. He had a crazy combine. He's just ridiculously athletic.
He is a high ceiling.
And I
He's a
can
high
really
ceiling
see
player.
them going there. Who did we have him taking the first time? Kedrick Falk. Yeah, I mean,
Double dipping on D line.
corner's a big need as well. So is a linebacker. They do have Quinnen Williams, so I'm
I
not
was just about to say, yeah.
I'm not super set on going for a D tackle. Let's see who they got here. C.J. Allen actually might be
I
a
was
great
just
fit.
that was the guy I was thinking about
Yeah,
for
I could also see them
Cowboys.
going Peter Woods here.
yeah.
Or Caleb Banks, but I do think that C.J. Allen's kind of the best fit for them. They really need some better linebackers, and I feel like he wore the green dot for them. He's really smart.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be able to command that defense. I feel like there was a report that said he was able to do a lot of the adjustments by himself. So I think having that leader back there is gonna be huge.
Oh, yeah.
For this Cowboys defense. But 21 for the Steelers. Now this is a pick that could go a lot of ways. So go
Yeah.
ahead and take it away.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the board here and looking at needs, and I think it's an aging defense. A lot of people on that defensive line are getting old, right? But the offense is a problem too. I think they bite the bullet on Caleb Banks
Okay.
and let him play behind.
Before you click that.
Oh, I already clicked it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't click it on mine, so
Okay.
I'm gonna hypothetically, because that's the guy who I was gonna have. Well, actually, no, it's not. But I was gonna offer you the Texans pick.
Oh,
But you have them sticking and picking it, so they're going Caleb Banks.
I think they're going. Yeah, I think they go Caleb Banks here. He's a high motor player, really high ceiling.
That's how I'm gonna be at the real draft if the Eagles don't get Caleb Banks. I'm gonna be so mad.
That's how I was when the Bears traded back 2 years ago and took and let the Eagles take Jalen Carter over Darnell Wright.
Dude, that video, I gotta find that video somewhere. He literally flipped the
I was
table.
So mad.
So funny.
I mean, Darnell Wright's an amazing right tackle. I like the pick now, but Jalen Carr, now we need help on our defensive line. But I have the Steelers picking Caleb Banks and letting him learn behind Cam Hayward.
I mean,
One of the better D tackles in the league.
oh yeah. I mean, I don't even think that I think he's gonna be out there. I think he's gonna be out there most of the time.
Oh no! I think he'll be out there, but I think
No,
he'll be able to learn with Cam Hayward,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
will be great for a guy who, I mean, his stats weren't like the craziest in college. Let me see. Hold on.
He's 6'6", 327, had an RAS score of 9.86.
Yeah, but like this year he put up like 2 solo tackles. Like that was his stat, right? But last year, 10 solo, 4.5 sacks. Very high ceiling player.
Mm-hmm.
And I think letting him learn alongside Cam Hayward will be.
He's just got to stay on the field.
He's just got to stay. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna hypothetically give you the Chargers so I can get the Eagles pick,
Okay.
or
Yeah, that's fine.
or I'll get the Bears pick. You get the Eagles pick. I feel like that's more fun.
That is more fun,
That
actually.
is
Yeah.
more fun.
That's
Okay,
more fun.
So let me do this one, and then you'll get that, and then for the Bears, I'll take it, and you can have the
Okay.
Vikings.
Okay.
For the Chargers here, this is where I would have had Caleb Banks going. Realistically, if you had
Yeah.
given me one more turn,
I mean, Peter Woods is still on the board.
that is true, but I think Caleb Banks is such a top tier talent.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could see
yeah.
him going inside the top 10, and so, but they need this offensive line to
Yeah.
really improve. So Caden Proctor is a guy I like, but I think he's more developmental. I like the guard out of Penn State, I'm not Olivego.
Oliva Vega Lone.
Yeah,
Or Ione?
Ione.
Oliva Vega Ione.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like him. I feel like he's gonna be one of the more pro-ready guys.
I feel like Penn State usually produces pretty good talent.
Yeah, well, not Juice Scruggs, but
Not good Lord, no, not Juice Scruggs.
but I feel like that's got to be the pick here.
Yeah.
Almost. I think you could be tempted with some of these defensive players, or maybe a wide receiver. But I feel like when's their next pick? I don't know. But
Chargers?
yeah,
probably. I think just
in the second
this
round.
spot in the second. Yeah.
I think Ione is going to be a great protector for Justin Herbert. And I think that, much like with the pick with the Bengals earlier, it's like you just need Herbert to to stay healthy and not get hit.
Yeah.
Not that he has huge injury concerns, but we just don't want him getting hit every time. So now we'll get you with the Eagles.
Okay. All right. I'm thinking here.
Bursting.
Right, because you got some good offensive tackle prospects, and the bookends at the offensive line are getting old. Right. I mean, Lane Johnson's
Not Mailata, but Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson's a couple seasons away from retirement.
Yeah.
So my initial thought on the offense is Caden Proctor. The only real need outside of tackle is like tight end. That's the only big need I feel like. I could see him going guard here, but like not really any guards I'd take here. But I could see you going edge.
This is not fun anymore.
Not fun.
It's not where I would go at all.
No.
Not fun anymore.
No.
But continue. I'm having less fun with every word you speak.
Oh, less fun.
Yeah.
But I also see Omar Cooper here. Okay, I saw a little flash of light in those eyes.
I'll let you finish your pick.
Do you guys think you're going to trade away A.J. Brown?
I don't think we're going to trade A.J. Brown, but I think that adding Omar Cooper Jr. is like, it's like you would just have the best wide receiver trio in the league. There's you would be so good. You would be so good, and the Jahan Dotson would be wide receiver 4.
I mean, fuck it, you throw A.J. Brown in a tight end, like
you could just throw him in.
Yeah. I mean,
that would be so honestly, that is like my sleeper pick where it's like I really want them to go Omar Cooper because I just really love it.
I'll play into your fantasy. I'll take
no.
Omar
You
Cooper.
do what you
no,
want.
I'll take Omar Cooper.
No, because that's not as fun. Take who you want.
Let's see. Who do I want? We'll take. I feel like the Eagles are another team that builds in the trenches, and I think. I think you guys go. I think you guys go Caden Proctor.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
He's like a raw talent that you can again place behind some of the best tackles in the league for the last 10 years.
Yeah, the problem is they lost Jeff Stoutland. He's not with the team anymore.
That's true.
So, but I do believe in the ability of the team to kind of get him up to speed and really hone what he has because he is very athletically gifted.
Yeah.
And that's what I see a lot. I see a lot of Caden Proctor. It just seems kind of like destiny.
Yeah.
But Omar Cooper would be just, oh my gosh.
That's the guilty pleasure pick.
Yeah, that's the guilty pleasure pick because it's like, you have Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. You don't need another. And it's like, no, I need another wide receiver.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, so we'll go ahead and give you the Vikings too, and then we'll resume back with me doing Bears and Bills.
Yep. Let's see. What are the? It didn't let me trade on mine. What are the Vikings top needs?
Cornerback, safety, running back, an offensive line.
Who was their pick before? Or who did the?
I don't think they picked anybody.
They didn't pick
traded back.
I think they take the risk here and they go Jermon McCoy.
Really? Okay.
I think so. I think again they're very desperate at corner, right? I mean they really don't have anyone.
Isaiah Rodgers.
Yeah, Isaiah Rodgers is solid, but outside of him, there's no one that I'm like
solid.
He's in my division. I gotta call everyone else.
Okay. Everyone's solid.
Why
are you calling all the other dudes in your division solid, bro? They're all soft.
Yeah, they're all bitches.
No, that's not what I meant.
Sorry.
But yeah.
But I have him going Jermon McCoy here. Okay. I think he has a very high upside.
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like getting him at 24 is kind of a bargain.
Oh yeah.
So I just have him going. I have him growing.
I mean, like we said earlier, I could see him falling farther. And honestly, if I was them, I would take Colton Hood, the guy who replaced him at Tennessee.
Okay.
But I don't hate that pick. I feel like that's okay. I mean, I understand the thought behind it. Like, hey, we're going to go all or nothing, and you traded back, you got a decent amount of capital for it. But I do feel they're more in win now mode than anything. So maybe they're going to be a little bit more risky.
With JJ McCarthy.
Well, they almost made the playoffs. They have one of the best defenses in the league. I don't think they're not running it back with JJ McCarthy. I think they're just not doing that. They're gonna probably get Daniel Jones and try and go to the playoffs.
Or hey, Kyler Murray. You never know.
Jeez. Yeah, maybe.
And I hope Kyler Murray comes to the Vikings. Please.
You say that, and then he's gonna run for 100.
Yeah, he's gonna
yards
ball out.
Yeah. All right, Bears time.
Bears
and
time.
This was so simple, bro. Man, this sucks. Peter Woods. I mean, your defense is just so butt. Like, I'm sorry, you got some decent corners, but you're losing both safeties, and you're Nashawn Wright's all right, and you're losing him.
Nashawn's big on aura moment, cool aura moments. He's
he's an aura farmer.
Yeah, he's like, yo, I just caught this pick 6. Watch me get burned on the next 28 routes.
Yeah, but also edge rusher is a big need. You just lost your center, but I still think Peter Woods is going to be that bet.
I like Peter Woods a lot, and I've seen a lot of mocks that have him falling to us. I could see him going top 15. I could see him falling down 25 to us. I like Peter Woods a lot. I think he's one of the more refined D tackles in this draft. How old is he? Is he a little bit older? Let me see.
Oh, just clicked on the wrong guy.
No. Oh, he's 20.
Yeah, he's young.
God damn, he's 20. Fuck.
Bro, you okay over there?
What am I doing with my life?
Kleenex?
Yeah, but I like the Peter Woods pick.
Mm-hmm.
This is also with the news of Drew Dahlman retiring. Fuck my life. I could see us trading out of the second, or I could see us completely trading out of the first and just bagging up on, a couple, if a team has a couple seconds and they want to trade up, or if they want to trade up and give us a first next year. Because next year's draft class is really good as well. But this is also a scenario I could see us trading down and accumulating more picks in this draft to fill the spots that, like you said, like safety, linebacker, edge. Basically everything on our defense could use something to bolster up. But if we stay in the first, I do not hate the Peter Woods pick at all. So,
all right, we got the Bills here.
Got the Bills.
There's a few places they can go, but wide receiver is a big need, and that's why they're just going to go Omar Cooper. I do fear that he's like a way better Khalil Shakir in my eyes. Like, he's just so hard to tackle, for no reason. But he's got great hands, and I think he's one of my favorite receivers in this class.
Yeah.
And I think that they're just going to focus on getting Josh Allen his weapons. They've got the run game cooking. They just really need another wide receiver to go out there and make some plays.
Yeah.
The defense definitely needs to get better as well, but Caden McDonald kind of didn't look that great at the combine. Akeem Mesidor has injury risks. He's kind of old. Colton Hood's a cornerback, but they took the guy last year who got hurt. They also took Dorian Strong last year.
Maxwell Hairston.
Yeah, they took Hairston last year who got hurt, and then they took Dorian Strong as well, who didn't look awful, but I feel like corner isn't the biggest need, so they go ahead and get a weapon for Josh Allen.
I like that. I don't hate that pick at all. Now with the Niners, there's a couple directions you could go here. Again, I was initially thinking Mesidor because you need to bolster up that D line, but also you mentioned the injury risk with Mesidor, and I think the 49ers are going to stay the hell away from anyone who is injury prone because of what happened to their defense last year. It's that damn factory. It's all those 5G waves. I don't know.
5G waves.
What? It was something dumb.
The electromagnetic waves.
Oh yeah, EMG waves.
Mhm.
I think they go. I think they go Blake Miller here. OT out of Clemson. There's talks that they can't get a deal done with Trent Williams, and they're gonna have to cut him because I think they're slated to pay him $39 million this year or something like that. And the offensive line can use some work. I don't know who their other tackle is on the opposite side of Trent Williams. So I just think they go best offensive lineman available here with Blake Miller and help bolster that.
I mean, I don't hate that. I do think that the defense is probably the bigger concern, but I could see, if they do end up cutting Trent Williams, maybe they are going to have to focus on tackle a little bit more.
Yeah.
Then the 28 with the Texans, I think that they could be posed to take someone like Cade McDonald. D'Amico Ryans, he likes to send guys out in packages. Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson don't really play that much, that like snap wise. But it's got to be the O-line here.
I was just about to say.
It's got to be. I mean,
if I'm a Texans fan and the first 5 picks of this draft for me aren't O-line, I'm sending a bomb threat to the stadium.
But look at it. I mean, there's no offensive linemen left that are even
Max Ianacor and Chase Bizantius. I feel like this is one of those. This is like a pick right now where it's like you don't have the bargaining power to not go O-line, right? Like you can't convince yourself like Cade McDonald will be a great pick. The defense is already great, right? I mean, the defense is not a problem at all. You have probably the best edge duo in the NFL, easily. You got Derek Stingley, you got Azeez Al-Shaair, Jalen Petrie. You got a lot of guys on defense. And I feel like
you're telling me that I can't talk myself into not O-line, but I'm doing it. I'm currently doing it while I'm looking at the board.
You're talking yourself into not O-line.
Yeah, I'm actually doing that as you said that.
What are you talking yourself
Because it's
into?
like, man, I really don't like any of these guys necessarily at 28. It's like I like Colton Hood, I like TJ Parker, Casey Concepcion is fantastic. D'Angelo Pons, Chris Bell, Emmanuel McNeil Warren. It's like Jacob Rodriguez. It's like, oh my gosh, I could take any of these guys. And Cade McDonald's a guy. It's like they could still have and just have like an insane D line.
Yeah,
but
he's so fat and slow.
I bet he could run a faster 40 than you.
Oh, I'm sure he could run a faster 40 than me, but like,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
But like, he's fat and slow. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna have him going Jacob Rodriguez, reaching a little bit. Yeah, I know, reaching a little bit. But I do think linebackers are one of their needs that can be fulfilled. That while this is a reach, while I don't want them to reach for an offensive lineman, I know it's like going against what I just said. But Jacob Rodriguez, I think he will actually go in the first round. This is he's ranked at like 44. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he will go in the first round.
Yeah, if there's one thing that I pray for in this draft, it's that Jacob Rodriguez falls to the second round.
What, to 24? Because that's where you're going to have to take it 24. Yeah. Or 25 or whatever your pick is.
He's so good.
Okay, now, before you do anything, I did do a trade. I traded the Steelers traded with the Seahawks for the 32nd pick.
Okay.
They had traded back into the first round. So
okay.
You can still do trades, but, I mean, there's only 3 picks left, or 4 picks left. So
I think what did I have the Rams take before? Because I had the Rams pick before. Avion Terrell. I think the Rams double dip at corner here in the first round. Corner is their biggest need. Again, the offense is. I mean, sure, I guess you could go O-line here, but like you had said before, not really a whole lot of people left on O-line that I would take.
I agree, but the Rams are not in the same position the Texans are. The Texans are like, our O-line is, they're in a Brown situation where they're like, they don't have anyone to play the position. The Rams could afford to take a guy that doesn't necessarily, he's not an instant starter.
Yeah, but I have him going Colton Hood.
Yeah, but I already clicked the button.
I think the defense, like the offense, I think could have won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think the defense, especially the pass coverage, was a problem this year. So I think they just double dip at corner, and Colton Hood's a great corner.
And see, this is in the alternate universe where the Vikings. Did you have the Vikings? Yeah, Jermod McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
In the alternate universe that they take Colton Hood, that's where I could see the Rams going. Like, okay,
Jermod
let's take
McCoy,
Jermod McCoy. But
Yeah.
Colton Hood, it's the same deal. It's like, hey, you saw the Eagles do it a few years ago, and they took two corners and just really
And it
changed
worked
that
out
whole
really well.
secondary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a fantastic pick. I wouldn't be mad if I was a Rams fan, for sure.
Yeah.
Broncos here. This is where you need the wide receiver for sure, and that's all I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm. You're looking at Casey Concepcion.
Yeah, I really like him a lot. He showed out at the combine.
He
But
did.
Chris Bell as well is pretty great. Denzel Boston had a pretty rough combine, had a lot of drops, but I feel like I'm not super worried about him.
No.
But not yeah, you know.
Chris Bell's 6'4". Goddamn.
Ugh.
6'4", 198. String bean. Holy cow. Eat a burger, young fella.
I'm gonna have them going Casey Concepcion.
Yeah.
I think he's the best wide receiver left, besides maybe Chris Bell.
Yeah.
But I do think I think Casey Concepcion is the better fit here.
Yeah.
I could also see them going maybe Jacob Rodriguez if he was here,
Oh, yeah.
Or-
yeah.
maybe getting another corner like D'Angelo Pons. I really like him.
Yeah.
But I think Casey Concepcion is going to be the guy. You can get that fifth-year option on him for him having it in the first round, so
Yeah.
I think that's going to be nice. All right, you got the Patriots, and then we got the last pick.
I think we go Mesidor here.
Really
I think so.
interesting.
I think their top need is edge, and I feel like Mesidor played really well this year. I mean, he put up, I want to say over 10 sacks. Old, for sure. He's going to be 25. He had 12 and a half sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and 38 solo tackles as a defensive end.
Mhm.
I like those stats a lot. Obviously, the problem is he's going to be 25, and there's some injury concerns. But if I'm the Patriots, I'm thinking we were like in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that is why they have the 31st pick.
Like we were in the Super Bowl, and defense was an issue. And I'm thinking if we can get a solid guy,
You're saying
that
defense
pass
is the
rush?
issue for this
I mean-
Patriots Super
I
Bowl?
mean-
Come on now. No, Will Campbell was the issue.
yeah, Will Campbell was. But
Will Campbell was out there blocking guys like this.
bro, seeing the Reuben Bain Will Campbell matchup at some point.
Yeah,
oh my
exactly,
God.
bro.
Two T-Rexes just going at it. Oh my
I
god.
like how we say that. They probably have longer arms than us.
Oh, 100.
Actually, no.
I don't know. I kind of
I-
have freakishly long arms.
Well, I was at the combine. They had the wingspan thing. I had 33 inch.
Really?
Yeah, 33.
And Reuben Bain has like 30.
Actually,
and a
hold on.
half.
Let me double check the picture before I say that out loud. Well, I already said it out loud, but before I double down on it, before we go on this whole rant, let me just double check.
How tall are you? And how
I'm like
tall
6
is?
foot.
Reuben Bain is 6'3". Man, I cannot imagine. That's crazy. That you have longer arms than Reuben Bain. If you have longer arms than Reuben Bain, I probably have longer arms than Reuben Bain because my arms are pretty long.
Huh.
Like,
I can't find the picture. I think Braden has it. I'm looking at average wingspan of 6 foot human. All right, AI.
all right, Google AI. Take us to the promised land.
Okay, well, okay, my wingspan is not 33 inches. Because that would mean My hands are like that. Oh my gosh.
Your arm length is 33 inches?
Yeah, my arm
Yeah,
length
yeah,
is like
yeah.
33
I think
inches.
that was his arm length was 33 inches. Or 30 inches. 30
His
and a
was,
half inches.
Yeah, and so the average is 72 full inches. So I think I had like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think my arms are a little bit shorter than that. I think I had like, Anyways, I think he probably has similar arms to me.
Yeah.
Not in size, but definitely in length. But
I don't know. Your arms might be almost as big as Ruben's.
yeah, with how many benches of 225 that I can do. That looks really bad. Don't edit anything in the.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
There's
okay.
an edit coming.
There's the edit coming.
BT Grant's going to love this one.
Shout out BT Grant
Shout out BT Grant.
and Kerry Phillips.
And Kerry Phillips.
At 32, I got the Steelers trading back into the first round
Is this Ty Simpson?
to take Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
I just really there's like no way they run it back with Aaron Rodgers.
Hell no.
In my mind, there's almost no way they run it back with Aaron Rodgers, and I don't know if Will Howard's the answer with Mike McCarthy. I just feel like they're gonna say, "Hey, let's take a shot."
Who the fuck is Will Howard?
The guy out of Ohio State who they drafted last year.
Oh.
He played like okay, but I feel like
Damn, he was born 2 weeks after 9/11. There's no way this guy's going to be good.
why? Why does that have to do anything with it?
Trauma.
Oh, okay, yeah. He was in the womb.
He was in the
He remembers where he was.
No, he was born. He was out there. He was out in the
You said 2 weeks after.
Oh shit, you're right.
That's what I'm
2 weeks
saying.
after, yeah.
He was in the womb. He knows where he was on 9/11.
Yeah. He does know where he was on
Just like
9/11.
you know where you know where you were on 9/11.
No, I wasn't. No. BT Grant's balls?
Yeah,
Probably not.
exactly.
Not yet. Probably not yet. 03?
How
2 years
long
before?
does sperm
Sperm does not.
last
Sperm does
in
not last that
balls?
long.
You don't know.
It doesn't. I learned about this in physiology.
2 to 5 months or 2.5 months.
Sounds
All right, okay, fine. You weren't there yet.
No, I wasn't there yet.
What's
I'm sure BT
what's
Grant-
before sperm? What came first?
The sperm or the
sperm or the egg?
the sperm or the egg.
This is an awful podcast.
Well, my sister would have been in my mother when that happened because women are born with all the eggs that they'll ever have.
True. That is true. So wait, you were in your mom.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. I was in. God, that's
Don't say that out loud, bro.
bad.
Anyways, let's move past this.
I was a zygote. No, that's not right. I was an egg.
Bro was an egg.
I was an egg.
Yeah, but I'm trading back in for Ty Simpson just to get back.
Anyways, back to the pod.
I think that it's kind of like, hey, let's just hope this guy's really good.
Yeah.
And I had him giving up like their second rounder in, this year. And
What do they
the
have?
actual compensation, I'm not as worried about. I just
Yeah.
think this is a move they will try to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, let's go ahead and run through it one at a time. We got the Raiders taking Fernando Mendoza at 1, Arvell Reese to the Jets at 2, David Bailey to the Cardinals at 3, Reuben Bain to the Titans at 4, Sonny Styles to the Giants at 5, Francis Maui Noah at 6 to the Browns, Carnell Tate to the Commanders at 7, Jeremiah Love to the Saints at 8, Caleb Downs to the Chiefs at 9, Caleb Lomo to the Bengals at 10, Mansour Delane to the Dolphins at 11, Keldrick Falk at 12 to the Cowboys, Avion Terrell at 13 to the Rams, Mekhi Lemon to the Ravens, Kenyon Sadiq to the Bucks, Jordan Tyson to the Jets, Monroe Freeling to the Lions. Then we have the Browns trading up for Spencer Fano at 18, then Dylan Thieneman for the Panthers, C.J. Allen to the Cowboys at 20, Caleb Banks to the Steelers at 21, Olavega Ione to the Chargers at 22. Then Caden Proctor to the Eagles at 23. The Vikings trade back with the Browns to take Jermod McCoy at 24. Peter Woods at 25 to the Bears. The Bills take Omar Cooper at 26. The 49ers take Blake Miller at 27. The Texans take Jacob Rodriguez at 28. The Rams take Colton Hood at 29. Casey Concepcion goes at 30 to the Broncos. Akeem Mesidor goes at 31 to the Patriots. And then the Steelers trade up into the first round to take Ty Simpson. That's going to be the mock draft. That's going to be the first one. I think after free agency, we'll probably come back and do another one. But I like this format a lot. Hopefully we can get it next time so we've had both laptops going at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we talk less about sperm.
Yeah. Or more. Who knows?
Yeah, depending on your feedback. Let us
Yeah.
know in the comments below.
Yeah.
More or less sperm.
More
next
sperm
episode.
talk, less sperm talk. We could just fully change the podcast to like talk about sperm.
we could do a sperm race.
Maybe it could be called like the sperm bank.
No.
No. No.
The sperm couch.
And also, if that draft is not exactly how we predicted it, you have the right to come and find us and beat the shit out of us. So
Yeah. I'll go with that.
yeah.
Not actually. Like I was watching like an episode of like Law and Order, I feel like, or some like one of those lawyer shows, and it was like
Suits or something.
no, it was like real. And I just like I don't know why when you said that it flashed in my head is like that's a contract, that's a verbal contract. And all I can imagine is like someone beating me up, I sue them, and then in court they're like
"It was a
you
verbal
told him
contract.
to, and it's like oh my god,
Told the world you could.
told the world.
All the BT Grant's gonna come find us and beat the shit out of us if that's not how the draft is.
I know. I'm worried.
Yeah.
He's gonna smash me in the head with a keyboard.
And then the keycaps are gonna fall off, and he's like, "Shit!"
The keycaps are gonna fall off, but it all like the specific keycaps like fall out. It says "fuck you"
Oh yeah.
in the keycap.
There's somehow another you.
Yeah, there's somehow. Yeah, there's another U somehow. Yeah.
It just says like dumbass, but one of the
No.
S's is a Z.
Where's the other D coming from? Where's the lowercase d coming from?
A P. It's a P. It's an upside down P.
Okay, that's smart. That's
Flipped P. Yeah.
Okay, anyways, thank you for listening. Catch us next week. Make sure you follow the TikTok. Comment down below who you like to see your team take in the draft. And yeah, make sure you keep up, subscribe, leave a like,
This
all that
podcast
fun
is
stuff.
produced by
And
Student
thank you for listening.
Student Media is a
You guys
student
have a great
organization
one.
at the University of Edinburgh.
Peace.
Bye,
Student
guys.
Media produces the Crescent magazine, published online and in print 3 times a semester. Student Media produces several podcasts and utilizes design, photography, video, and sound for its experimental and academic learning in journalistic endeavors and engaging storytelling. Student Media elevates the voice of the student body and connects the campus and community to important information and points of view.